Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute, inexpensive, easy DIY baby girl ghost costume. I made this for my twin girls for Halloween this year and it just turned out so cute that I thought I'd share it with you guys. So let's get started. This is the supplies you are going to need to make the costume. I bought everything at Michael's or I had it at home. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardboard that are 8 inches to 12 inches widthwise. And then you're going to need 6-inch rolls of tulle that are 25 yards long, a bodysuit, 1-inch to 1/2-inch sturdy elastic, some black felt, googly eyes, and Halloween ribbon, scissors, sewing kit, and some fabric glue. First, we are going to decide the size of the tutu. I just pre-measured my baby's waist to get the sizing. There's also a tutu sizing chart that I will link below if you can't measure your baby's waist. And then you're going to take your sewing kit. I just picked this up at the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. And we are going to sew together the waistband. Just a basic quick sew, nothing fancy or crazy. Then I'm just going to make sure it's secure and cut off the ends of the thread to make it nice and clean. And then we are going to take our 2 pieces of cardboard and take our tulle and wrap it around the cardboard. You are going to want to do 48 full wraps around the board. I noticed that I just need to use the whole roll of tulle if you have a 25 yard length of tulle. If you are using multiple colors though, like you can, then you're just going to want to make sure that you do 48 rolls. So if you're going to use 2 colors, you need to do 24 of each color, or if you're going to use 3 colors, you're going to need to do 16 rolls of each color, etc. Then we are just going to cut down between the 2 pieces of cardboard, and then we are going to get our lengths of tulle. Now we are going to take the cardboard again and put the waistband around the cardboard so we have a secure piece to work with. Then we are going to take 3 layers of the tulle, lay them under the elastic band in half and fold it underneath and secure it in a little knot. Again, you're going to take the tulle, put it in half under your waistband and fold it through into a knot. And you're just going to continue this step around the whole waistband. Make sure it's all covered. You don't need the knots to be really tight, just secure so that they're not going to go anywhere. If you're using multiple colors, you're going to want to take each color in your 3 layers of tulle, and then that's it. Next, I added ribbon into my tulle. I just thought it was a cute little detail, so we're just going to do the exact same thing we did with the tulle. We're going to take the ribbon and wrap it around the cardboard to get our lengths. Again, I just did the whole roll until I was done. And then you're just going to cut the end, and then you have your lengths. And I did between about every 3 knots of tulle, and I just did a secure tie knot, nothing fancy, between, like I said, every 3 knots of tulle. Around the whole tutu I did it. Then I just added this end jagged cut. I just thought it made it look cuter and cleaner. So So I just did this to every little piece of ribbon. Next, you are going to want to fluff out your tutu to give it life and make it look like an actual tutu. And so you just pull apart every piece, make sure they're all pulling apart and not stuck together. And then you have your tutu. So now we are going to move on to make the bodysuit and the ghost face. So you're going to take your black felt, and I just got inspiration from Googling ghost face, and I actually found this costume on Pinterest, and I actually liked the face that was on that costume, so I just replicated it hands-free. It was just some eyes with some eyelashes, and then you can do whatever kind of mouth you want. And then you're just going to want to cut out your face. I didn't mention in the supplies need, you are going to need a white pencil to draw the face on the felt. I just use a white eyeliner pencil from the dollar store, nothing fancy. And now I'm just cutting out the eyes and mouth, and you can add a nose, like you can do anything you want for the face. This was just the one that I thought was cute. So now we are going to apply the face to the bodysuit. You're just going to take that piece of cardboard again and put the bodysuit on it so that it doesn't stick together when gluing the pieces on. And I let this dry all night. My glue said it only needed an hour to dry, but just to make sure, I just left it over all night to dry. So I'm just doing this for video purposes. I'm not actually spraying the glue because it would have went everywhere. I took it outside and sprayed the pieces, and then I stuck it onto the bodysuit. But just for video purposes, I'm kind of just showing you that you need to spray it and glue it on. And then you're going to take your googly eyes and glue them on. Like so. And then that is it. So that is it for the costume, and this is how it turned out. I did two different faces. I did a smiley face and an O face. I think they turned out pretty cute. And I'm also going to add some sparkly bows for the girls to wear. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do end up making the costume, please link a photo below in the comments and let me know how it turned out. And we will see you guys next time. Happy Halloween! Bye!